What is BRICS Pay? Just like a GPay, something like this. What is BRICS Pay? Its primary objective is to bypass traditional financial infrastructures, particularly those dominated by the United States dollar, Western financial institutions, thereby promoting financial independence within the bloc. The initiative is part of the broader goal of reducing reliance on existing financial systems such as SWIFT, which are susceptible to sanctions and influence from Western countries. The combined GDP of BRICS nations was over $26 trillion in 2024, comprising about 36.7% of global economy. This means that its BRICS pay becomes fully embedded across these economies. It has the potential to fundamentally shift global trade dynamics, reducing the need of intermediary currencies and lowering costs associated with currency conversion and dollar based transactions. What are the political and economic roots of BRICS Pay? For decades, the US dollar has been the world's primary reserve currency, which means most international trade and finance relies on it. This dominance gives the US an extraordinary influence over global financial transactions. It also means that other countries can be vulnerable to sanctions or economic policies that might not align with their own interests. For BRICS countries, reliance on the dollar has become a double edged sword. Economically, they are major players with growing influence, but they are still tied into a system where the dollar acts as the linchpin. If the US decides to impose sanctions as it has with Russia in recent years, it can restrict access to international financial systems like SWIFT and freeze dollar transactions. This puts countries at risk of economic disruptions and limits their financial autonomy. BRICS Pay isn't just a payment system, it's a way to sidestep these risks by creating a direct payment channel where local currencies can be caused instead of relying on the dollar. These countries seek greater control over their transactions and reduce exposure to the shift tide for US economic policies. In a sense, it's a robust creating an economic plan B if BRICS countries can trade directly with each other and settle payments in their own currencies. They will lessen their reliance on dollar and build a more self-sustaining financial ecosystem. Politically, it sends a clear message. By developing BRICS Pay, these countries are collectively saying they don't want the economic stability at the mercy of another nation's policies. So they are pushing toward a more multipolar financial world that is not so US centric and offers alternative paths for trade and commerce. This move is about flexibility, sovereignty, and reducing the political leverage that one country can hold over others. With that background in mind, let's dive into the features of BRICS Pay and how it sets to make this vision a reality. What are the key features of BRICS Pay? BRICS Pay leverages digital wallet technology, QR code based payments, and interoperability frameworks that allows users to link directly with their local banks. While specifics on underlying infrastructure are still evolving, it's expected to employ secure transaction protocols and use blockchain elements. or digital ledger technologies to ensure transparency and minimize the transaction costs across borders. One speculation involves the use of Ripple XRP. Uh, Factors like regulatory clarity, robust security measures, and technological readiness will play crucial roles in determining whether XRP can achieve widespread adoption within the financial systems of BRICS countries. What are the features? Let's have a brief look. Digital wallet access. Regarding this, users can access BRICS Pay via digital wallet that may be linked to their domestic bank accounts, enabling easy management of funds. Another one is payment methods. The wallet supports payments through QR codes and other digital methods, streamlining international transactions and mimicking the convenience of traditional digital payment platform. Regarding local currency transactions, BRICS Pay facilitates direct transactions in the member nations' local currencies, eliminating the need for US dollar, reducing foreign exchange rate. Regarding economic reinforcement, by promoting the use of domestic currencies, BRICS Pay aims to strengthen local economies and enhance currency independence. Regarding cost and efficiency benefits, the system is designed for direct current currency swaps within BRICS economies, potentially resulting in lower transaction fees and faster settlement times compared to conventional banking systems. What are the potential advantages of BRICS Pay? It encourages using local currencies for international transactions, supporting BRICS members' efforts to strengthen their currencies and diversify away from US dollar. The BRICS Pay could enhance the trade between member countries by simplifying payment processes, making cross-border commerce more accessible and attractive. In 2023, digital payment volume within BRICS economies was significant, reaching about 3.25 trillion dollars. This volume highlights the substantial growth of digital transactions across these countries. With a year-on-year increase of 26.1%, projections suggest this market could expand to about 39.3 trillion by 2032, with China expected to contribute almost half of the spending. The rapid growth illustrates the scale of digital transformation within the BRICS, laying a strong foundation for the adoption of systems like BRICS Pay to support seamless intra-block transactions. What are the challenges? Each of these BRICS countries has distinct financial systems and regulatory standards, which could complicate the seamless integration required for BRICS Pay. Still, most of them have been experiencing with central bank digital currencies for several years. So, some of the interoperability and standardization challenges would be expected by those in charge of making this happen. Diverging national interests, regional tensions might affect cooperation and the smooth implementation of BRICS Pay. Political and macroeconomic tensions are certainly a factor. Still, India and China have made progress on their border issues thanks for constant dialogues in BRICS context. BRICS currencies can be volatile, posing risks in transactions without a stabilizing mechanism like US dollar. The success of BRICS Pay could encourage other countries outside the bloc to adopt or integrate similar systems, paying the way for multipolar financial world as digital currencies and blockchain technology evolve, and BRICS Pay may incorporate these innovative features, enhance its functionality and global reach. Thank you.
After watching this video, don't forget to give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Your support means a lot and helps our team create more videos like this. Thanks for watching.